Hi guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. In this very particular episode, let's recap the dimension. After sharing the whole weeks of dimension with you guys, did you guys start to see the pattern or the concept of how dimension will apply into your life? You know, I remember once my friend say, humans have a tendency of seeking for pattern. So that is basically what I'm betting on. After sharing with all the dimension, all kind of dimension with you guys, have you guys start to realize that when you go to day-to-day life, things start to, you start to break things apart and reassemble them again in your head? Well, that would be normal for the next little while. That's how your brain help you to understand things much better. That is actually good in the long run, because in the long run, when you're dealing with things, event, you will be able to see things with clear eyes and clear mind. But here in this very particular episode, we're just gonna simply try to recap or give you some recap of what dimension, how dimension really apply. When you're out of the world and in spirituality, a lot of people were talking about how dimension evolution, like, we are moving forward to next dimension. We are, going to this dimension where your head feeling very confused and got no idea what's going on. After sharing with you, you must have a really clear concept, like that evolution cannot be forced upon. It will naturally happen. That is, each dimension that you're going through, you will naturally understand the system of it, or the origin of it, or the feel of it, and then that sensation will naturally push you into the next level. And I'm gonna give you a very simple example here. It's like a chef becoming a master chef. You cannot ask someone who simply know one ingredient, such as egg, to become a master chef. They might be very good at cooking you egg in all different kind of form, but they cannot cook anything beyond egg. Does that make sense? So imagine everything in your life, or every singular dimension, is like one ingredient that you have to learn in order to become the master chef at the end. Then you will have to really understand that ingredient through and through, that you would know, how can I use this particular ingredient? For example, let's take chili pepper. If I only understand chili pepper this way, and I understand the taste, then at the beginning, I would try to put chili pepper on everything, but it may or may not fit. Until later on, you're getting very familiar with not only chili pepper, and then also other spice, then you will understand, I think those two may go well. Just same thing as you can pick any ingredient, lemon, or you can pick orange, or you can pick egg, you can pick fish. They all come with their distinctive flavor, or, taste to it. Only when you can fully understand what it tastes like and how it works, that's how you can eventually combine it with something else. And then, as I say, evolution is only a natural process. It will naturally evolve to the next level, because it's based on souls have a nature to evolve. Due to that tendency, so whatever you learn, you will naturally expand. So you don't have to compete with anybody else. Like, oh, they are in fifth dimension and I'm in this dimension. What am I supposed to do? You will do just fine. Just like how thousands or millions of years have gone by, and we did just fine. So what I'm saying is, respect your own pace, and because your spirit guide have very good plan for you, and then that will help you grow naturally, smoothly, and wonderfully, only if you have trust to it. So instead of force evolution on yourself, go with flow, learn whatever you have to learn, and then fully experiencing it. Because once you get to understand that taste, you will naturally know what dish to cook next. So if you understand the dimension, now you can combine together with how evolution works, right? So I'm going to bring you back with all the dimensions I have shared with you. Have you also noticed the pattern? The patterns of everything before 4th dimension is a lot with self-centered. That is about me and then my perspective. Not very often people are curious what other people think. So that's how after 5th dimension, you will start try to expand your perspective, your angle, and see how it can also apply to someone else. So that you can see how it apply with all the mindset is, me, and then eventually say, what can I do for other people? And then how can I position myself in this big community? That is also a way of dimension as well. As you must know by now, dimension is simply by moving your perspective further and wider, then you can see the bigger picture of it. So you will also see why earlier era, which I often mention from industrial era, like we are evolving to the era of awareness, you will start to realize people become more aware of things instead of being very passive. So when I say passive, that basically means we only decide what to do when event happen. So when something happened and then we decided, oh, okay, I feel sad. What should I do to cope with the sadness right now? So that is usually what happened in the earlier dimension. When later dimension, people become more proactive. That is, I don't have to always wait until things happen. I can try to think, what am I going to do with it in case that happen? So anyway, those are kind of the dimension concept. As you will see, it was slowly blending with all kind of concept, especially in the spirituality. Since a lot of time people think it's intangible, so that's why I don't know how to measure them, and I don't know how to, get the full concept of it. Here, I'm sharing with all dimensions to simply help you understand things much better. Then you will understand where you are, what you are working on, or which level that you're going to. So it's natural, like first beginning dimension, I try not to use higher, lower because people have perception. Like beginning dimension will have eagerness to try to understand the later dimension, but then very often they would feel very confused and then lost or couldn't understand. Like people could explain and explain over and over that they don't understand. That have a lot to do, as I say. Later dimension is usually the extension of the previous dimension. It's easier for you to observe what dimension it is before you, but it's not easy for you to observe dimension after you, since you got no idea how it developed to or where it's at. So very often it would just be like a concept, but you really got no idea what they were talking about. So as I say, at this point, don't rush it. Don't feel like you are not smarter than anybody else. It's nothing to do with that, really, because dimension is not fixed. It's not like I'm in this dimension here, then I'm same dimension there. Since dimension present to you in so many different forms, it's very likely you can be more advanced in some dimension and more beginning in the other dimension. But as I say, everybody's unique, and then trust yourself or trust your spirit guide and trust the flow. Then you will eventually get to exactly where you want to be. So anyway, this is just a quick recap to kind of run up the idea or the concept of dimension. Hopefully that clear your mind a little bit better. Again, if you like what I'm doing, follow, share, and like. I will see you guys next time. Bye now.